single unit. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Look at the 76ers starting group. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey in Edgecombe. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Wells, Zach Edey out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's John Morant. And it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
To the middle. Out to Morant. There's a screen by Aldama. Spencer, the pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. Now Aldama. From downtown, it's rebounded by Edgecombe. We're about 1 minute into the first. Banked in off the glass.
Unlike most young guards, Edgecombe would rather have it around the rim. Doesn't want to just chuck up Jays.
Yeah, the step back. That one a little long. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I wondered what coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach Joe is going on to say. We'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Kevin, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Count that bucket.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
So it's Philadelphia now. And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid right at the rim. That looked easy.
Pass to Spencer. It's up a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That's a tough start for them offensively. Now just 1 for 5 from the field. They've got to find their groove.
And George kicks to Embiid. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
The 8-footer, and Wells finishes inside. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. George up top. Shoots over Aldama. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Maxey.
And that's why Paul George is such a talented scorer. He can even do it off the catch.
Back to Morant. Edey with a screen on Maxey. Here's Spencer. Pocket 4. It's good from long range.
The defense collapses on Morant. Smartly, he's able to find that open three-point shooter.
Outside, Maxey. Over Morant. Maxey, no good. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Kings. Aldama with the ball. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Here's Morant. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Maxey against Morant. Maxey passes to George. Inside. Off with the layup. Memphis trailing here. Wells kicks to Morant. Driving the lane. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Embiid the screen. Here's Edgecombe. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And there was some power behind that slam by Edgecombe.
Here's Morant. Put it down hard.
Watch out below.
Woo. And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Arlo's checked in. Edwards comes in for Oubre. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Edgecombe. And it's Lowry in for Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Boy, he just disappeared against San Antonio, and they really needed him. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. The offensive rebound. They swipe it to the wing right side. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they take the lead.
You got to know, this is Claude's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And here's Embiid. Here's Barlow. So at the end of 1 quarter to play, still a close game. Memphis out in front, leading by just 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist total. This is a great start offensively.
76ers trailing. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, up for nine there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Edwards. And it's Barlow in at the 4 spot. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allen LaForce, courtside. Allen.
Thank you. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back to you, Kevin.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Terry's checked in for Trendon Watford. Here's Jackson. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The shot's good. Grimes has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Pass to Prosper. And here's Jackson. Jerome deciding where to go with it. 3-pointer. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Terry outside. Pass to Barlow. Shot clock at 6. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Maxey's checked in for Terry. Here's Aldama. And another miss by Memphis. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to San Antonio. Jackson against Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barlow. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the 76ers lead by 2. Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. Edey's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And what I love about Tyrese Maxey, he's so good at just overwhelming you with energy. He puts the defense in a tough spot because of his relentless ability to push the pace.
Jerome with it. He's covered by Maxey. Jerome, good.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Now Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Edey with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Wells. And it's off the back rim. No good. The 76ers leading by 3. Now, here's Maxey. Here's Barlow. 5 on the clock. Over to the wing. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Jerome against Maxey. Pass to Edey. Now here's Morant. Over Grimes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Maxey against Morant. Drummond with a screen on Morant. Maxey attacking.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Here's Spencer, following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Pass to Morant. Shoots from the corner. Morant with another miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
And here's Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Morant. Maxey passes to Drummond. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Drummond's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers. Morant surveying the D. Pass to Spencer. Fires from 14. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Their shooting has been bad. I don't understand some of their shot selections, Ernie.
Well, maybe that's the plan, Kenny. They're trying to confuse folks.
And circling back to the first half, what about these 2 point guards?
These 2 guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Philadelphia with the ball. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for Santi Aldama is out there with Wells. Then it's Morant. Then there's Edey. And it's Spencer in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And, Jim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Wells with the steal. And here's the fast break. The rejection by Embiid.
Oh, Embiid saying, not in my house.
Aldama passes to Wells. Morant against Maxey.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Kevin, back to you.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Well, he's a little bit older now, but Paul George showing you he still has great verticality.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Philadelphia making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Morant against Maxey. George sets a screen for Maxey. 6 on the shot clock. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Spencer.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, even with a bigger defender on him, he was undeterred.
Here's Edgecombe. He's got 6. From deep, Maxey. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Jerome, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 10. George with the steal. Here's Maxey. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Maxey's got 7 points.
Now, when he's out in the open floor, Maxey is almost impossible to match up with.
Wells passes to Spencer. Here's Jerome. Pass to Aldama. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Edey. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Edey's got 4 this quarter.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Drummond the screen. Maxey into the lane. Drops in the layup for 2.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Pass to Spencer. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Jackson, he's checked in for Edey. Philadelphia also making some changes. Barlow's checked in, and it's Edwards in for Oubre. And another miss by Memphis. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Drummond with a screen on Jerome. Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Man, look at that burst that time by Maxey, changing gears to get it done.
Pass to Spencer. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Spencer. Now Jerome. Jackson setting the pick here for Jerome. From outside the arc. Maxey grabs the miss. Maxey's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the hoop. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the 76ers. Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Rebound Andre Drummond.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Jerome against Lowry. Pass to Grimes. Drummond the screen. It's deflected. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Quentin Grimes, also Lowry out there. Embiid is out there with Edwards, and it's Barlow in at the power forward position. Now, here's Lowry. Pass to Embiid. Here's Barlow, beyond the arc. And it's Coward with the rebound.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead. While protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Lowry passes to Embiid. Jim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for Ja Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
And the 76ers with some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's George in for Walker. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Clock is at 3. And that one is stuffed right through.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Edie. Good and a nice assist from Morant.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
Jerome against Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. Better get their attention.
Now, this is a guy the coaches trust. He's so deliberate with the ball in his hands.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. The 76ers leading by 13. To the left side wing. Morant with the steal. Pass to Wells. Now Edie. The shot is good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Outside, Maxey. Clock at 6. 20 feet away. Edie rips down the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Morant. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
And the agility, the hops. Morant just explodes off the floor.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre comes in for Quentin Grimes. Embiid with a screen on Morant. Here's Embiid. Oubre fires a three-pointer. Good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And we have a timeout called by Thomas Isolo. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Morant outside. From deep. The three goes down.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
George, there's the drive.
Yeah, that's Paul George that time, looking at the defense, finding a crease, and then taking advantage of it.
Edie with a screen on Maxey. Morant. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the previous play is under review.
Make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Philadelphia has possession. Grizzlies making the shot. Outside, George. 17-foot shot away. Edey rips down the rebound.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now, here is George. From 19, that one goes.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Morant with it. Oh, that was amazing!
Oh, my goodness.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's George. Driving in.
Oh, man!
Oh, the slam dunk.
And rolling back the clock. Nice work by Paul George.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Joel, tonight was a statement win. What is it that people should know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And